welcome to Ralex's first Villainous video. Before we get started, please keep in mind, I do not own a computer. So this is all one take. I might miss some things, but again, I can't edit the video. At least I haven't figured out how to. So before that, let's get into this. We are starting with Maleficent. One of the easier boards to play. It's still a great game to play though. We start with our very pretty icon. Love the little horns. And as you can see here, her objective is to get one curse on each location. Let's start by taking a look at our locations. First up, we have the Forbidden Mountains. After that, we have... I'm sorry, I didn't read these beforehand. The Cottage. After the Cottage, we have the Forest. And after the Forest, we have the Castle. At these locations, you can do 4 actions at each, and none are locked up. There are characters where the locations are locked. We'll go over those when we find them. So over here, in the mountains, you can move a character. You can play a card. You can fate an opponent, and you can take 1 token of power. Over here, at the Cottage, you can get 2 tokens. Move an ally or item. Play a card, discard cards. Over here in the Forest, we can discard cards, play a card, play a second card, and collect 3 tokens. This will be your number 1 location. You might want to keep it open. And finally, in the Castle, you can get 1 token, fate an opponent, play a card, and discard cards. Also important. So anyways, right from the get-go, I mentioned you have to get curses to locations. So let's take a look at this deck with the very pretty green emblems. And I went ahead and I put curses where I can find them. We have Dreamless Sleep, where you can... heroes at this location will get -2 strength, but you have to discard it if you play an ally to the location. Green Fire. Heroes cannot be played to this location. That does not mean they cannot be moved to that location. And discard this curse if Maleficent moves to this location. That does indicate that you can play this to the location she's at. She just can't go there afterwards. And Forest of Thorns. Heroes must have a strength of 4 or move to be played to this location. Discard this curse when a hero is played to this location. This one can be easily taken out by a good fate. And I mentioned allies. This is a Cackling Goon. This is an ally. These are the ones that will help you in your quest to get rid of heroes and stuff. But there is one more. I actually meant to pull him out. Where you go? There he is. The Raven. This is your number 1 ally that you will want. Some people would call this Diablo. But what he does is he can fly over to a location as an ally and do one of the actions at the location before Maleficent moves. So this could win you the game if you play it smartly. But let's get into everything else. As I mentioned before, we have fates, but Maleficent can also be fated. When you're fated, you have to put up with all of this. Ways to move your heroes. Heroes can get played to locations. I would love to say you can ignore the heroes and just go about it for your curses, but you do not have enough curses to just kind of sit there. They can easily be taken out. But you also need to constantly be going here. So you gotta make sure you know where you're playing your curses. Because at this location, you need your tokens to help you. Because if you saw on some of the cards, such as Diablo or Raven, it costs 3 tokens. Now, tokens they're very helpful and at the same time very detrimental. If you're playing up against a Prince John, he's going to hoard them all. So you might want to make sure you're also hoarding some. Not that it'll stop him from winning, but at least you can keep playing your curses. Now, each turn, you can go to any location. So let's say you're already here, and you got a couple cards in hand, why not go over here? You can move a card around, you can get another token, fate an opponent, and play another curse. Each location has a way for you to play another curse. But if you don't have curses in hand and you have a bunch of, let's say, cackling goons, then maybe you want to fly over here. That way you can utilize the discard option, getting rid of all those cards in your hand, all the pesky cards. Now, when I first started playing this, we thought that meant discard a card. With a later expansion, we found out, no, it's discard cards. So if you have a hand of things that you don't want, you can just discard them, because at the end of your turn, you draw 4 more cards. Anyways, again, this is my first time doing this kind of video. I hope this will get better and more fun for everybody, and I'll go into deeper context for all the cards. And go into deeper context for all the fates, all the conditions, which is something that's not in Lorcana. I'll quickly go over that, why not? This is a condition card. A condition card can be played on your opponent's turn. I would love for that to happen in Lorcana. It would save a lot of grief, but I'd run out of my hand very quickly. But condition cards can be played when your opponent does a specific action. In this case, it has 3 or more allies in play. And then you draw this, and then you treat it like a draw and discard from Lorcana. There are many other ones. More curses. Yeah, there's another one. But if we like how these videos feel, and I'm always up for critiquing, I'm always up for people just saying, hey, keep it going, I want to see this character. I would love to hear what everybody thinks. And again, please keep in mind, I do not own a computer, so I cannot edit this, so that's why this is all one giant take. But if you guys enjoy it, we'll be back next week for more Villainous. And until then, we'll see you tonight with the Lorcana short.